Today's Spotlight is brought to you in part by presenting sponsor, First Community Financial Bank, the community bank where you come first. You're watching Spotlight, and with me today in studio are Julie Kornak and Jeffrey Cass from the BrightSide Theatre. So welcome back to the studio.
Thank you,
Thank you so much.
Julie, what's BrightSide? What's it all about?
So BrightSide was started in 2011, and we are Naperville's only professional theater company performing in the heart of the downtown district. And we are here to enlighten, to educate, and entertain our audiences. And we typically do that through musicals and comedies. So we are actually here now in our 5th season with BrightSide, and just so excited to bring our season of farce to Naperville.
That's great. And we've talked to you a couple of times, and you've had a lot of great shows. But Jeffrey, it's the 5th season. So what's the show now? What's coming up?
So we're in the middle of our 5th season. We just closed Noises Off, which is a hilarious comedy. And we have another one lined up already, which is a British farce called Not Now, Darling. And it's written by Ray Cooney. And it goes back to the playwright that started BrightSide Theatre off. It was the first playwright that we attacked with Run for Your Wife. But this is Not Now, Darling. And then we have our kids program coming up as well, with BrightSide Theatre Youth Project with Legally Blonde Jr., the musical. And then in June, we'll be moving to Spamalot, the musical.
You got a lot coming up.
Yes,
we do.
Let's talk a little bit about each one of those shows. Let's talk about Not Now, Darling, because I'm not familiar with that one. So share a little bit about what it's all about.
Not Now, Darling is truly a British madcap farce, or a bedroom farce, and it takes place in a London foyer, and it's very cheeky. I kind of think of it as a throwback to Fawlty Towers kind of comedy.
Wonderful, wonderful, love that.
And so this gentleman wants to buy his mistress fur, and in the meantime the husband wants to go in and buy that fur for his mistress. And so it's a bunch of tangled up comedies with different people involved in it, and mistaken identities, and they're kind of in and out with the furs and who's where and who's going where. A lot of door slamming, which is typical in a farce, and it's just a fun production.
A fun night out.
Fun night out. And it's about love, and it's great
Crazy
timing.
things you do for love.
For Valentine's Day.
And
Great
then you've got Spamalot, so you've got another sort of British version of that. Talk a little bit about Spamalot.
Yeah, so we have auditions for Spamalot coming up in March, and it is a classic musical theater piece now that was 2004. It won the Tony for Best Musical, and it's an homage to Monty Python and all their hilarious British madcap comedy, and it brings a lot of their sketches together and kind of ties it along through this whole storyline that's ripped off from the movie, quite honestly, and that's part of the title.
Yes.
Lovingly ripped off from the movie.
Okay.
So there's no hiding that, but it's going to be a lot of fun, and there'll be the Knights of the Round Table and the Knights of Knee, and all kinds of women everywhere singing and dancing and showgirl outfits, and it'll just be another great fun time.
And that is ultimately how we got our title. So they have the great song in there is always look on the bright side of life. So actually when we were thinking of starting a theater company and naming the organization, BrightSide is kind of what stuck, and that kind of helped us find that title and that name for our organization.
So we also felt the show was perfect for the 5th season, given the fact that that's where we got our name from.
Yeah, that's
great. So to
great.
celebrate the 5th season,
Absolutely, and 5 is a big number. You've made
We're
it.
established.
You're still here.
We're still
here, and you're still going, which is absolutely great.
Yes.
It's great with very entertaining stuff. Now let's switch gears a little bit because the Legally Blonde, that very American now. We're going from the British to the American, and you're doing it as more of a junior production. Is that right?
Correct. The BrightSide Theatre Youth Project is a project that takes youth 8 to 18 who are interested in performing and giving them the chance to participate and learn how to do it. I mean, we've got some who are very experienced and some who are new. And so they learn from our professional staff who've worked with several different theater companies, professional companies throughout the area, and they teach the children how to perform and put on a production. But what's unique about it is the positive impact that these kids take away from the program. It's more than just learning how to perform on a stage. They take away the self-confidence, self-esteem, leadership skills, the ability to just be able to talk or speak in front of a public audience, which is great to have at such a young age, and they take that with them as they kind of grow and go forward. So we have a bunch of kids, 34 kids, in fact, who are participating.
What ages? What's the age range?
The age range for the program is 8 to 18, and for this show we have 8 to 16.
16.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So 34 kids. 30 girls and 4 boys.
Okay.
But
It'd be nice to be a boy in this.
It's perfect though for the show Legally Blonde. But it's based on the movie as well. But it's rated G. It's been cleaned up, and it's all about supporting positive self-esteem and reinforcement, and to always be yourself. It's never out of style to be yourself. Is one of the taglines in the show. And I'm just so excited to work with the kids with this pop musical, because it's music they can really relate to and feel good about dancing. And there's a hip hop number, and there's a jump rope number that like is all hip hop too, and so it's giving them a lot of different opportunities that we haven't had on our youth program stage before.
Okay, and when is that going to be opening?
Yeah, so that opens February 20th through the 28th. So we have performances on Saturdays and Sundays for those 2 shows.
Okay, all right. Now, if I wanted to get tickets, tell me first, where are we performing?
Yeah, we're performing at the theater at Miley Swallow Hall at North Central College. So that has been our home pretty much through our entire 5 years. And so you can purchase tickets on our website or on the day of at the door as well.
Okay, so drop-in is okay.
Yeah,
so if I wake up in the morning and I feel like, oh, I'd like a little bit of entertainment
I will say
today.
with the Legally Blonde though, get those tickets ahead of time, because we usually
they sell out
the kids shows.
It's a great, where kids get to perform for kids. So it's a great family event for everyone. And they do come out, and of course, mom, dad, and aunt and uncle and friends and cousins all come out too. But it is also open to the public, and they love to see kids within the neighborhood be able to perform on stage as well.
I think that's terrific. Well, thank you guys so much, and it's really going to be a terrific, it sounds like another great season, a really terrific 5th season. So to learn more about the upcoming shows and how to get involved in BrightSide Theatre, please visit their website. We're going to take a quick break, but don't go away, because we're coming right back with more Spotlight.